You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 19th of December. Protest at Parliament turned into injury versus injury, claims by BJP Congress. Pakistan terms US sanctions on its missile program biased. And after India visit, Lankan president plans advance high-quality development of BRI with China. And now for all the details. The winter session of Parliament on Thursday witnessed protest, counter-protest and brawls, and now a police case against leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi over Home Minister Amit Shah's Ambedkar in the fashion remark. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju claimed that two BJP MPs were seriously injured by Rahul Gandhi before the Congress claimed an injury to one of its own. Party President Mallikarjun Kharge wrote saying his knees had been hurt in the protests. Meanwhile, Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman on Thursday rejected the impeachment notice given by the opposition seeking the removal of Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. Around 60 opposition members had signed the notice seeking the removal of Dhankar from his post on December 10, alleging that they did not have trust in him and he was biased. The Parliament's winter session commenced on 25th of November, with both houses getting adjourned fairly early almost every day due to disruptions.
रियलिटी ये है, इन्होंने अंबेडकर जी का अपमान किया है, उसकी अपॉलॉजी होनी चाहिए और रिजाइन करना चाहिए होम मिनिस्टर को। और जो मेन मुद्दा है जिसको ये मिटाना चाह रहे हैं, घुमाना चाह रहे हैं, मेन मुद्दा है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मित्र अदानी जी के खिलाफ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में केस है, उनको वहां इंडाइट किया गया है और अदानी जी को नरेंद्र मोदी जी हिंदुस्तान बेच रहे हैं।
At least 5 terrorists were neutralized and 2 Indian Army personnel were injured on Thursday in an encounter in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir. Soon after receiving intelligence inputs about the presence of suspected terrorists, security forces launched a cordon and search operation. However, the situation turned around as a gun battle after terrorists opened fire on the security forces who retaliated. Indian Army's Chinnar Corps said that the terrorists opened a heavy volume of fire when challenged by the security forces. Security forces could not immediately divulge details about the identity and affiliation of these militants.
कल शाम से जो है वो एनकाउंटर जो है वो चल रहा है और इस एनकाउंटर में अभी तक जो है वो 5 जो है वो टेररिस्ट जो है वो मारे गए हैं। ऑपरेशन अभी जारी है, सर्च ऑपरेशन अभी चल रहा है। बाकी डिटेल्स जो है जब ऑपरेशन कंक्लूड होगा हम आपको बाकी जानकारी दे देंगे।
Hours after US announced to impose the additional sanctions related to Pakistan's ballistic missile program, Islamabad termed the decision as biased, stressing that the step from the US has dangerous implications for strategic stability. Pakistan's forceful response comes after the US said in a statement issued on the State Department's website that the decision was taken in light of the continuing proliferation threat of Pakistan's long-range missile development. The Pakistan's Foreign Office stressed that the country's strategic program is a sacred trust bestowed by 240 million people upon its leadership, adding that the sanctity of this trust, held in the highest esteem across the entire political spectrum, cannot be compromised. Pakistan's nuclear program is built by relentlessly defying international sanctions regimes that it has been subjected to at different points in time, reports have suggested. Days after concluding his 3-day India visit, Sri Lankan President Kumara Dissanyake expressed his willingness to jointly advance high-quality development of Belt and Road Initiative with China. Dissanyake met Vice Chairman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, Qin Beiyong, and discussed developing partnership with China, investments and a possible resumption of maritime research. Dissanyake is also soon expected to travel to China. The Sri Lankan leaders thanked China for its assistance to the economic and social development of the country, saying that the new government will firmly adhere to the One China principle and is willing to maintain high-level exchanges with China, jointly build the Belt and Road with high quality and deepen cooperation in various fields. Sri Lankan president has for long been known for its anti-India stance. Bangladesh's interim government, led by Muhammad Yunus, has accused energy supplier Adani Power of breaching a multi-billion-dollar agreement by withholding tax benefits that are power plants central to the deal received from India. In 2017, the Indian company controlled by billionaire Gautam Adani signed an agreement with Bangladesh to provide power from its coal-fired plant in eastern India. Dhaka has said it hopes to renegotiate the deal, which was awarded by the then Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina without a tender process and cost Bangladesh far more than its other coal power deals. Dhaka has been behind on payments to Adani Power since supply started in July 2023. It owes several $100 million for energy that has already been supplied, though the two sides dispute the exact size of the bill. Bangladesh's de facto power minister said that the country now had enough domestic capacity to cope without the Adani supply, though not all domestic power generators were operational. The Nepal BFSI summit was held in Kathmandu on Thursday, which brought together prominent leaders, policymakers and experts to discuss strategies for deepening sustainable financing to tackle climate change. The summit addressed critical issues surrounding climate change mitigation and adaptation. The summit featured a series of panel discussions and technical sessions where prominent leaders shared their insights on how financial institutions can drive sustainable development. The event also focused on the collaborative role of financial institutions in supporting sustainability. The Nepal BFSI Summit 2024 underscored the critical role of the BFSI sector in achieving sustainable growth. By addressing urgent issues such as climate finance, regulatory innovation, and green investment opportunities, the summit aimed to strengthen the capacity of financial institutions to contribute meaningfully to climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts.
Climate change, as the previous speakers have pointed out, is a reality, particularly for us, the countries in South Asia, which are all developing countries. The negative effects of climate change have been visible in the last few years, whether it is melting of glaciers, the frequent incidents of floods, and the consequent damages to the life and property. It all, in a sense, reflects the adverse effect that we are facing in this region due to the climate change. Even as the countries of the South Asia region, including Nepal and India, join hands with global community to address these challenges, there is, I believe, a greater need for regional collaboration and regional solutions, because ultimately it is a problem that we have to face.
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow.